I'm dumping my boyfriend over a prank. My boyfriend and I live in what is possibly the worst apartment in the history of apartments. It's moldy, bug-infested, and has no running water. It's absolutely abysmal, and our landlord is useless. Even though my boyfriend has family money, he's insisted that we need to pay our dues by living in this horrible place. Obviously, this apartment is dirt cheap, probably because of all the dirt, and my boyfriend says he wants us to keep saving money so that when we do buy a house, we'll be able to afford something really nice. I agreed with him at first, but I'm at my wit's end with this apartment now. I've started developing this cough that won't go away, and the other day at work I got so breathless and dizzy that I had to sit down. My coworkers made me go to the hospital, where they found out my oxygen was scary low. They gave me a bunch of medication and said I'd developed asthma, probably from living around all the mold and cockroaches and God knows what else in our apartment. I always knew it was a safety hazard to live there, but I didn't expect it to start affecting my health so obviously and dramatically. Once I was out of the hospital, I told my boyfriend that we absolutely had to move. Even if we weren't quite ready to buy a place, we needed to be willing to spend more money on rent so we could live somewhere that wasn't making me sick. He argued that our current place wasn't that bad, and my asthma could be caused by anything. But near the end of our argument, I felt like I was starting to get through with him, so I was hopeful. Last night, he took me for a drive to look at Christmas lights, one of our favorite things to do together. He drove us through this nice neighborhood close to where my parents live, and stopped us in front of one of the houses. I was confused because it didn't have any lights up, but then he said, "What do you think of it?" It was a nice house, not very big, but well taken care of and on this really beautiful street. I said, "It's really nice." He said, "See what's in the yard?" I said, "You mean the for sale sign?" I didn't want to get my hopes up, but I was really hoping he was going to tell me we could do a walkthrough with a realtor the next day or something. But then he said, "Look closer," and I looked, and underneath it said, "Under contract." Someone had already bought it. I looked at him, and he was smiling at me. I said, "You bought this for us?" And he threw his head back laughing and said, "Oh my God, no. I can't believe you believe that." Then he started the car, and we drove away. He absolutely has enough money to put a down payment on a house like this, so I was completely fooled. I spent the whole ride back to the awful apartment trying not to cry, and when we walked through the door, and I saw this new leak in our kitchen ceiling and a rat scurried under the couch, I decided that was it. As soon as he was asleep, I called my parents and told them I was coming home. I think I'm just going to leave my stuff because God knows what's growing on it from living in this place. I never thought I'd be moving back in with my parents, but I need to start over for my health, and he's clearly never going to take it seriously.